So this is my review of the 2023 Hyundai Santa Fe in the limited trim. So it's got a dual clutch, 8-speed automatic. And this color is called Stormy Sea, which is a very deep blue. And this also has the H-Track 2.5 liter upgraded engine with all-wheel drive. So horsepower is 288 horsepower
277.
and I believe 311 pound-feet of torque. And this particular model is roughly 45,000 when you add in destination charges and also the upgrade for the all-wheel drive. So looks-wise, this is a very regular looking vehicle, very pedestrian, I would say, in that prior to actually reviewing this, I hardly noticed this was on the road. Of course, I knew about the vehicle, but it just doesn't stand out. There's really nothing about it that stands out. There's nothing super offensive about it. It just looks like a lot of other SUVs on the market, but it's still well styled. The rear of it, it's got this single exhaust, which it was a dual exhaust, especially on the higher performance motor. And then the lines are nice. The tires, these 19-inch rims, look okay. The exterior does have some chrome highlights, and I like the front. The front looks pretty decent. Definitely looks better than the back. And, you know, it's got the split headlight design. It's not a bad design, but I really think the worst angle is from the rear. So being the limited, this is like one up from the top, does have a bunch of features, has this roof rail, has the very nice panoramic roof that you see here. And overall, it's been a pretty good vehicle. We've spent quite a few days in this, drove over 1,000 miles, and 4 people, 2 adults, 2 kids, a dog, plenty of luggage. There's plenty of space for everything that we wanted to do in this vehicle. So overall, I do think it's a nice family hauler. But let's take a look inside at some of the features and some of what's going on inside and see if it's worth your money. All right, so let's talk about the cooled seats in here. So I've been using them, not very impressed by them. It's got 3 different levels, and you do feel it, but it's not overly, what's the word I'm looking for, abrasive. You barely feel it. Like the highest setting should be the lowest setting, in my opinion. Something else of note, just went down a pretty steep hill, and the transmission kept accelerating as you're going down. And yeah, that's typical, that's normal because of the weight of the vehicle, but this one would actually give you little surges going downhill. And all the drive-in configurations, there's nothing in there that seem out of the ordinary. I was trying to enable downhill descent control, but it wouldn't enable even when I stopped, which I don't think that had anything to do with the weird surges in the transmission. Overall, the transmission shifts really good. It shifts very rapidly from a dig. So from a standing acceleration, it switches gears really fast. Feels almost like a tuned sports transmission from the driver's seat. So that's just a little bit on the driving impression. It doesn't handle too bad. It holds the corners pretty well. It's got decent ground clearance. I believe it's 7.5 or 8 in there. I'll put it on the screen if I quote the wrong number, but it does handle okay. Again, it's a larger crossover vehicle, so it's not going to be great. It does kind of wallow a little bit in the curves, but overall it's competent. It handles well enough to where I wouldn't be upset if this was a daily driver. All right, so a couple things I missed earlier. There's an under console storage area here. So right down there below. Again, me up front, tons and tons of leg room up here. Got the screen, like I said, which is like a Mazda screen. Just wanted to go over a couple things up here real quick. You can use the touch screen, although hard presses are needed down here to activate a lot of the options on the touch screen, or you can use controls on the steering wheel to do that. All right, I'm gonna put it in sport mode. If you could go ahead and hit it so you can move over. And as you can see, pretty good pickup, pretty fast shifted, so that helps a lot. So back to the climate controls here in the console. Everything works pretty well, fairly fast. Not really a lot to complain about. I just think the console looks like the console for airplane, so it looks really outdated. And then here's another shot again of that panoramic roof being open. Like I said, really nice touch, probably unnecessary, but it's a cool option. And that's about it for driving. All right, so I just got in. This is me sitting behind myself, and I had plenty of room up there. Got plenty of room here, plenty of headroom as well. So yeah, space wise, me sitting behind myself, plenty of space. All right, so the one thing I didn't do was just the storage back here, so let's just get a quick shot of the storage area. Pretty big. So this is the first storage area, and then here's the second one, which has cubbies, dividers, and they're insulated, so if you want to put food under there, tons of space under here for storing stuff if you're going on a trip. As far as what else is back here, you can fold the seats down, little 12 volt, the subwoofer for the Harman Kardon, and that wraps up the outside of the 2023 Santa Fe last year before they changed it. So that's about it. So that's it for this 2023 Santa Fe. So goodbye. It's a nice vehicle. I would get it if I needed a family hauler that wasn't too bad on gas. We got about 29 miles per gallon on the way back, whereas going up we got 27. So not bad at all for an engine that's 277 horsepower, 4 people in there, dog, a bunch of luggage. So still a good buy. You could probably pick it up on a discount this year before the new one comes in. But that's it for the last review. See you guys next time.